Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Hates the Name Plays Monster Train. We had another close defeat on the last episode. Um, this time, to switch it up a little bit, we're gonna play as this new clan that we just unlocked, the Umbra. So I don't know a lot about them. I've seen very little bit of what they can do. They seem pretty interesting. I'm tempted to put this on random or Hellhorned, just because I'm way more familiar with Hellhorned, so that might be a good pairing. And we'll keep it on Covenant rank 1, even though we haven't beaten it with Covenant rank 0 with this clan yet. I think it's okay. We'll do Covenant rank 1, keep that going, and see what we can do here. So, what do we start with? Okay, first of all, we're going to be sapped. That's, kind of crummy, especially because I did go with the Hellhorned allies because that I think they rely most heavily on units, but that's okay. So apply Lifesteal 3. Lifesteal, when a unit with Lifesteal attacks, it restores health equal to the damage dealt. So what does the number mean? Is it going to heal 3 times the damage dealt? If so, that seems pretty high. And it adds Ember Drain, but that does decrease every turn. And then we have Damage Shield. Add 2 uncommon or rare Morsel units to your hand. Now that Morsel unit is pretty new and interesting to this clan. And then we just have our Molting Imps. So go ahead and accept those. I think we gotta go with the Split Anvil here. This one's not bad, but this has potential to be really, really great. If we get a good spell that's cost maybe 2 or 3. Okay, so we can make it scale really well with gorge effects, or we can make it monstrous, which I see makes it increased capacity, but also, gives it trample, which is actually new to us. It's when attacking, excess damage is applied to the subsequent enemy unit. Kind of figured that. It's similar to the trample effect in Magic the Gathering, for example. Making it a 35-20 is quite nice. And like the amount of times you have to gorge to catch up to this is pretty high. So I think I'm just going to go with the monstrous choice here. Maybe in the future we'll probably try the other builds for this unit, but for right now, that one seems to make sense. Turn on our mandatory trial there, and let's see what we can do. So yes, we're going to start with units on every floor. You only have 20 health, and they're doing 5 each, meaning they will kill you, Mr. Bond. Is that a James Bond quote? Um, this guy is quite nice because he can clear a level for me. So let's see. We have 3 energy. We only have things that cost 3. So I think it makes sense to giving him lifesteal on this floor. I wonder if it counts as only doing 1 damage to each of them because their health is 1, and then you'd only gain 3 health back. I'm willing to try this out to see how it works, just to make sure I kind of have a better understanding of it for the future. So lifesteal. Either I predict he'll get 3 HP in return, which we can already see that he's going to take 15 damage from them, but he's going to get 0 damage dealt because he's going to heal back that amount. So he is healing 35 worth of damage, I think, and that's quite nice. Let's see what we get from this. It's going to give +3 health to something. Now, do we want to maybe start buffing a second floor train steward? That's an idea. And I think I'm definitely going to play this guy to, yeah, just to torch that whole unit. I don't know if it matters where they go. I know they need to get eaten. So this unit is eaten by the front non-morsel unit after the next round of combat. And then enhance, modify a card or unit for the duration of battle. So that's what happens when he gets eaten. It enhances the eater. So we're gonna give this train steward some extra HP. I could have put it up here on my champion, but I'm not sure he really needs it at the moment. Although that maybe that would come in handy. Oh right, I have Ember Drain, so I'm only getting one energy for this. Apply damage shield. Unfortunately, I don't think I have a way to get to this back unit. I just don't see how I could possibly do it. Adding lifesteal and Ember Drain this time doesn't really strike me as being particularly useful. I'm gonna see what I get out of this. Ember Drain, gain one energy. Sure. It doesn't really matter where I put it though. If I put it here, instead of getting the energy, he'll just block 3 damage. Which 3, 6, 9. So that could keep my train steward here alive. So maybe I will do that. And then I could give him lifesteal so that he drains or gains back the health that he's losing, or at least 5. Well, it might be 5 times 3, so 15. That would cause me some more Ember Drain. Let's see what I'm gonna draw. I'm willing to do it because there's not a lot here that I feel like we really need. So let's see. Okay, he's gonna take 4. That means he is only healing 5, I think. Do you lose lifesteal 1 every time you attack? Oh, for the next 2 attacks. That's what the number means. It's how many attacks you've got lifesteal 4. Okay, so that's a good learning experience. We have a brief respite here. He would die. Oh, I see. We have our Ember Drain is. Oh yeah, because he still had Ember Drain on him, but it's enough that we're not casting anything. So we are gonna lose our second floor units, but I'm not too concerned about it. Um, this, yeah, they only do 1 damage each, so again, not too concerned. I was really hoping to be able to buff this guy a little bit. I guess I'll just do that, and then put 5 damage out on the boss. Yeah, that seems like our best option. Maybe I'll put this guy. He should get eaten at the end of combat. So this will give me an extra mana or energy for the next round. So now giving him the damage shield would be pretty good. Plus 3 HP, or that's, I think, our best option. These are 0 costs, so I'll just see what else we get out of here. I don't know if he eats just 1 or if he eats all of them. Not that there's any space here. I'm just gonna go hard on the lifesteal, I think. And sure. I guess non-morsel units eat, so they don't eat each other. So that was kind of pointless. But I expected that. And we've got him dead. And we're not even taking any damage. So that's alright by me. So, I mean, our boss rush bonus there isn't amazing, but the rest of it's pretty good. We get our reward here. Okay. We've got some pretty interesting choices here. The Amber Drain gets kind of painful, and we already have cards doing that to us, so I don't really want to go with that. Um, this is kind of nice because it's targeted damage, similar to a torch, but slightly better, and it gives us a two uncommon or rare morsels, which I imagine uncommon or rare ones are the ones that give the better buffs. But pardon me, adding capacity to a floor seems rather good, so that we can uh, we can put more morsels down to be devoured. So I'm gonna try that one. And I'm not super crazy about all of these. Like this is piercing damage, which I think I undervalue that card a little bit for that purpose. 3 rage is nice, but not amazing. I'm gonna try this one. I'm not sure it's the best choice, but I think it's worth giving it a shot. And I do think we need another unit here, since we didn't get any from that those rewards. I was hoping for something a little tankier, honestly, but of these two, this guy has some scaling, but it requires hitting that slay trigger. I guess it's worth trying. We can try to buff him, and this is a pretty good buff. Gives him more chances to hit his slay trigger. I would like to give him, like, that's okay. I almost wonder if it'd be worth giving him instead plus 10 to his attack. Then you'd be doing 30 times 2. I think that'd be pretty decent. Is there something I do want to buff with this? Like I could put it on one of these guys. I'm not sure if I want them to be stronger though. Tough choices. I don't know if any of these are worth much. Let's see. This would have been nice if I could have afforded it. Giving him rage right off the hop. That's actually decent. Because then he's getting plus 22 damage right away. I think that'll really help him hit his slay trigger. And again, I don't know if I want to buff these units. So I don't think we gained a ton from that, but I think we did get a bit at least. We got that unit to a decent point. And I did give the enemy units extra armor. Fortunately, we do kind of have a way of dealing with a bit of that anyways. So this leaves one spot. I would like to give him the ability to eat, and I think I can do that. I think I can make this work for me. So what I want to do is I want to play this to deal the 5 damage to both of them, but I'm going to put him in front so that he dies off, and later I can put morsels behind. I could also make this one larger. I'm not sure. Like maybe I should make this one larger. Hmm. This guy needs something in front of him, and he needs like I'm gonna need to put train stewards in front of him for now. So I think that's a good use of this. And maybe I'll put that on that floor. It does leave my champion a little exposed, but I think we can work around it with this in the future. So I think what we need to do, that's not it's not really doing anything. It just is putting a dead card in my hand. I think I need to kill this unit. He's surviving this right now, which is pretty darn nice. I guess he's only being attacked for 3. I would like to put a block in front of him though. And this doesn't compromise him getting the kills, so that seems pretty good to me. I'm gonna see what I get for Morsel. I like it. Giving this guy extra HP is good in my book. And I think I can afford to do this right now. It's gonna make my next turn a little harder since I'll have that Ember Drain, but I think I've already got a pretty solid setup going here. So I'm down to 1 mana. He's already killing both of them. He's still surviving, but he's, gonna be pretty low. Let's see what we get. That gets me an extra energy, so it kind of makes up for the Ember Drain a little bit on next turn. So let's see how this plays out. Uh, okay. 140 is pretty solid. I'd like to play this unit. He'll do a bit of damage to all of them. He's already got 2 turns of life drain. So I'm not sure if giving him extra life drain is really going to make a big difference, although I don't need a lot more. I need 50 more damage, 60 maybe with the armor. I guess let's see what this gives us. 1 energy. It's kind of a whiff. I'll put this guy in front here so that I get a few more turns with him dealing damage. And then maybe I'll give him, giving him lifesteal doesn't seem that useful since he's got the blockers. Oh, and this gets me the kill anyways, so that's easy life. We get a little extra for killing the boss on the bottom floor here. I'm really realizing now that the trample doesn't really work when they have the tanky units out front. So I'd love to be able to rearrange those. This gives me another capacity on a floor. It's not free like this one, but it doesn't consume like this one either. So that's pretty interesting. Like if I can make this cost 0 or even just 1, I think I can make that pretty nice to have. I don't know if I need more of these. I could put this in and take out, um, what's it called? Take out a torch. Ah, now this is more interesting. When he gorges, he gains lifesteal. I think I can make that work. I think I can make that into a tanky unit for me. I want, in this instance, I do want to upgrade my units, so next time I want to go here. I think, this is duplicating, which is nice, but I don't think we have a overpowered card that I want to duplicate at the moment anyways. So this seems okay. I don't know if we need another one of these guys. This guy is okay. He will push the big units to the back, which is something I was kind of asking for, so that's good. I think I'll go here and then go there, because I don't know what this will give me, but it's got potential for a lot of different options. So I take a rail spike. I'm going to make 1 unit very strong or 1 spell very strong, but then purge it from my deck. What do I want to remove from my deck, basically? That's what it comes down to. And I think I kind of want to remove... I kind of want to remove a train steward. Having 4 just feels like too many. So, congrats. You're going to be very strong once and then be gone. Remove consume. Well, that's pretty solid. That already does kind of what I wanted to do with this. Huh. That's interesting. It's cheaper to get 2 -1 costs on this than it is to remove consume on this. But if you do that to both of them, they become the same card technically. Or, effectively, I guess I should say. So I'm going to give this one a -1 cost, because I don't mind them both costing 1 at the moment. And I think that was a decent result. Exploding twice. That can deal a pretty good amount of damage, so it's a bit rough. What I want is I want to upgrade this unit so that he has more health to begin with, because him having lifesteal is really nice, but I need it to last. I need him to last until he can gorge. Since they're putting these units down, I think I want to put my champion up here, and then I'll put this guy on this floor, and I definitely want to put this guy down to just torch the entire field. Now, do I want him out front though? What will I put behind here? I'll probably put this guy behind, which means I want one capacity for those morsels, but I also can add capacity, so I guess that's not too hard to fit. Still, I don't mind if this thing dies. It's only a 1/1. And I could put a train steward up here, so I guess I will. Never know. Might get a treasure imp or whatever they're called up there. Okay, at present, they're killing both of my units. Sadly, I'm not sure I see an easy way to prevent that from occurring. That might do it. This guy comes down with enough armor. I think that is actually the play. He's going to take 28 damage. That's pretty rough. I'll be honest. Neither of you are the powerful train steward. Man, I thought I only had 4. Apparently I had 5. Oh wait, no, I do only have 4. I just haven't removed the one yet. Okay, so this is kind of a double tank situation, but that's okay. I do wish I could have got the capacity growth at this point somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where to play what. This is a bit touchy. I could put it on him so that he keeps himself at least at full health, even if he loses all of his armor. I could play one of these up here, and I think that's something I'll do, just because I want to put this guy on this floor or this floor when I get the capacity upgrade. So now it's really just a question of, do I want to put this on something? The lifesteal. And I think that's okay. Right now I'm not really using up all of my mana. That might not be the case for long, that I can keep my mana. Okay, that's fine by me. It'll torch both of them. But I can live with it for now. Let's see, I only have 1 energy. I do slightly regret that I'm only able to cast one of my abilities. I would kind of like to feed this guy a morsel, but I don't know. It's kind of risky. I could put a capacity down here. That way I'll be able to fit something behind. I can give this guy life drain. Since he's going to survive anyways, he'd heal himself back. Let's do that. It's touchy because now we're going to have very little energy on the next turn. If might be even 0. Yeah, we're down to 0. He's dying. He's surviving. Didn't realize there was going to be some haste units. He's dying. Okay, this is going what I would describe as bad. It's going poorly, as there is a mess of units at the top here. At least this will work to kind of take out a few of them. This is good to off that. Let's just do that right away. Now, I think I should feed this guy a morsel because it'll give him the life steal. I could hit him with this, but I mean, that Ember Drain is really what's hurting me on this fight, I think. Oy. Yeah, I think my cards are just not quite where I need them to be. Like, he doesn't have the health to survive right now. This'll help a bit. Give him some more stuff to eat. I could have put him in front. No, I don't want him in front. But I do think putting him at the back here makes sense. Yeah, now he's dead. That's pretty solid. Now he's gonna heal 9. Alright. This is alright. I mean, we did take some pyre damage. But once we can get this unit upgraded to survive a couple rounds while I get the gorge set up, I think we're gonna be in a little bit better spot. Deal 30x to the front enemy unit. That's pretty interesting, honestly. Shroud Spike. Consume. Kill a morsel unit. Trigger. Eaten and gorge abilities as if it had been eaten 2 times. 2x times, sorry. Wow. That's got some serious potential, I think. I'm trying things in this deck, and I can tell you right now that there's a very strong chance that everything goes horribly, but that's okay. So Resolve. Resolve triggers after combat. It's going to summon an Antumbra Morsel and Magma Morsel, which those ones do. The Eater gains +3 health, and it's a 0/4 creature, and the Eater gets +3 attack, and it's a 3/1 creature. With my recent addition, I think that's going to be pretty strong. I don't know if I need capacity just because I can already kind of give myself capacity. So I think we take the energy in this case. And honestly, I'm a little afraid of our Ember Drain spells. I maybe just want to remove them. I could probably duplicate this guy. Like, he's strong enough that it's probably worthwhile if I went this route. But I do kind of want to upgrade my unit. I have some ideas of what I want to remove. Gaining health back. It's a bit of a waste, but oh boy, although we don't have much money, so maybe this route makes more sense. We won't get to upgrade a unit until here, unfortunately, but at least we'll have money by that point. So I guess this is the way we go. Oh boy, another morsel maker or a morsel master. You summon a morsel on this unit, or say, morsel unit on this floor, create a copy. If you paired these two together, which we do have one of these, if we pair them together, that makes for pretty crazy morsel creation. That said, I don't know if like the capacity would allow for 4 more units to get played on that floor. Like you'd have 2 capacity used up by these creatures alone, and then you'd be summoning 4. Um, I wonder how that works when there's capacity. Would it allow you to go over capacity, like when you ascend and descend, or would it just not summon if it gets filled up? It's an interesting choice. Is this one better? Like this unit, I'm just thinking if you had these units individually, which one's better? And this one creates duplicates of whatever morsel you make. This creates the kind of morsels you definitely want. So just having 2 of these is the same as having both of these together, except for that this has 10 extra damage. Um, but I think we're gonna go with that. I think we're gonna just double up on that guy. And I do like this. Um, he can benefit from those morsels that give extra attack. The gorge ability now sounds pretty interesting because uh, you do like I can have him gorge up to a few times per turn. But I think with this guy, maybe I'll just keep him moving on this path for now. I have other gorge targets anyways, so I don't feel too bad about doing it that way. I do need the money, so I'm going to do this. It's almost certainly going to result in my pyre taking damage, but I am accepting that. Maybe I don't have to accept it though. You have haste? Okay, so yeah, I do definitely have to accept it a little bit. I think I could summon him right here. He would do enough to kill both of these guys. That's not terrible. Or I could summon him here and put him on this floor. Which one's my preferred route? Do I want this guy on the bottom or in the middle? Does it really matter? I guess not. Let's put him on the bottom. So that's not bad. He's going to take 7 damage but kill everything. Let's get this guy going on this floor. And let's torch everything. Put this guy out front so that he gets killed because I don't really want him around. This consumes when I cast it, so I'm not going to use it on nothing. That's nice to see that we're going to get a kill there. Okay, I can add capacity somewhere. Should I maybe add capacity here? I would need to get 3 capacity to fit. No, I only need 2 because they're only size 1. So I could fit him in there, and then next time add another capacity, and then he starts gorging. I do want. He'll die eventually, hopefully. So he would make room. No, I think I need capacity here. I think I've figured it out. I do want capacity here. If I put this guy down here, it's going to start buffing this unit. I'm realizing, which is a bit silly and also not what I want, unfortunately. Maybe I put him up here. That's also kind of a waste. Yikes. This is a weird situation to find myself in. The reason I'm going up here is because I saw that this guy's got haste and both of them are surviving, so I do want something up here to kill. As much as a 1/1 creature isn't exactly killing it. Maybe with the amount of eats he can get, he'll be a little more useful. See, I want this down back here. But I really want those creatures dead, but I want them dead now, not later. These dang imps, they're getting in my way now. I wish I had a way to torch them. Which I do. I've got 3 torches and I've got 2 of these horn breaks. I can definitely torch them, but I just have to draw them. It's not really happening for me right now. And I don't want to give them a buff, so this is pretty much useless to cast. This is pretty bad. A bad setup up here. But once he dies, I can put something else in front. It does mean my pyre's taking a hit for sure. I don't mind doing this though. I think because Currently, we're not really casting a lot, which is a really bad sign that we're not making use of this stuff, but it's okay. Okay, so I think I do put him here. Good, that's gonna finish him off. Now, I, I can accept the 1 damage up here and murder this guy. I should have maybe just gone for capacity, but I really wanted the imp out of my face. Brief respite. I think this is a good opportunity to buff him. Do I have a... Okay, I do have enough room to cast this guy, so I'm going to... Oh, that adds them to my hand, huh? I'm going to cast this guy just to get him out of my deck. Then that means I have nowhere to put these units, which is... It is fine. I accept it. Unfortunately, yeah, has some more damage on our pyre. But we knew that that was a possibility when we signed up for this. Oh, there's no room. Go ahead and torch that guy so that the haste is off. There's no room to put any units down, so we'll just hit him and pass turn. I think that unit at the top, like that setup, I think works pretty well. Because he's getting just buffed like crazy every round. He's going to be gaining 3 extra HP and 3 extra damage every round, and gaining lifesteal 2 every round. So that's quite nice. Here, he's already dead, but like, I want to see how much this... Ah, that's really neat. Wow. Holy moly. We have a we have a neat trick there. Might as well do that and do that and wow. What a very interesting and powerful potential setup. If we can make something like that happen a little more often, that might be pretty good for us. Now we can trigger feeding faster. Oh boy. Or we can sacrifice, what is it? Sacrifice just any friendly unit? I definitely see a use case for that. Adds them to your hand. Okay. I do like this. I actually like this quite a bit. If I can buff it a little bit, because with my split anvil, it'll make every other spell in my hand free. So I'm going to try that out. Interesting choices. Armor doesn't really suit this unit, because lifesteal won't get you armor back. This guy has a ton of armor, so I mean, stacking armor on top of that's probably good. I could put armor on my champion. That's definitely nothing wrong with that. This is interesting because it lets me move which unit's in the front. That might be kind of nice. If I decide, oh, I want something else gorging here, that might be the way to go. And I'm thinking I'm going this route. Need the cash. I really wish I could have buffed this guy because I kind of want to duplicate him. I was highly considering removing these, but they did actually come in handy a little bit last turn. I think I'll remove at least one more train steward. This might be cause for removal because we have so many other ways of making good morsels. And what does it add? A common or uncommon? So I think I will remove one of them. I don't feel bad about that. I don't know if I'm pretty sure I shouldn't make a third one of these units. Though if I could get three of them on the floor with a tank in front, there's definitely a lot of potential for good there, for good abilities. I honestly think, well, maybe this would be good, but it consumes. I think maybe we need more capacity more regularly. So I think maybe this or this, which again, they're currently pretty much the exact same card. So I think that's a pretty good get, just because the more capacity I can get, the more I can fit morsels in behind things like my champion, which I haven't really been able to do yet. So we're gonna have stealth units here, and you come in with quite a bit of stealth, as I remember. And then you also, oh, triggers when a unit on this floor dies. That counters my morsel stuff pretty heavily. I'm pretty rich right now, so I don't really need to um, take this trial for just 150 coins. So I don't think I will. I I still think I might take some pyre damage, as rough as that is. I think that's probably gonna happen. Okay, I think I like this option of we focus hard on making this floor massive, and then I need one more space still for him to be able to summon both units, but it's already. Oh, it does over summon. Nice. Well, that means I also didn't need to make it as big as I did, which is a little bit of a whiff, but honestly, not the worst thing for sure. Okay, you're dealing 5 damage. These guys only have 5 health, but I can put a trained steward in front so that you don't die. And that's a pretty decent setup right there. Maybe in the future I will want to put another add a capacity and then put another one behind. We'll see. I might actually be better off putting the gorge unit in front and then leaving two capacity, one or two capacity for morsels. Although it doesn't quite fit. I would have to increase the capacity of this by like three at least to make it worth it. Now that I'm thinking about it, which means I'm not sure if I want to cast this guy anywhere right now. That's kind of a problem, but we'll worry about that in the future. We'll just start torching this guy to get his HP down a little bit. I should maybe have torched units up here to keep him healthier. Right. Problematic. That's a solution. I do like finding solutions to my problems. Alright, so we're going to put this guy up here. It's going to hit him with some armor. I don't think I want to use this right now because I do want I want as much health as I can get. He's gonna get 10, 20 armor off of me feasting here, but I mean, what do you do, right? I can give him life steal. He's only half health. I want the mana next round, so maybe I'll give him life steal next round. Let's see what we get. Okay, so this is what I want. This setup just feels really solid. I guess I could fit another unit here because like I figured out on this floor, I don't actually need to keep the capacity. They'll summon it despite that. So that's pretty interesting. If I kill this unit to make space for this guy, he gets 10 armor. So it's not ideal. I will kill this unit even though it gives him armor. And let's hit that guy. That's about all I can do there. These guys just kind of are pretty hard counters to what we do on this deck. He's gonna die. I don't really want to change anything because he's gonna die, but I would like to use this on these guys to make my champion stronger, but maybe I'll just use it up here. Although I feel like I should probably use this as well to buy my units some more time or something. Let's see, what do we have here? Do I want to give this guy extra something? Let's see what we pull out of these. Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted. So that next turn I'll have extra energy. That kind of makes up for doing this a little bit. And then I think I'll use the last of my energy to buff this unit's damage up a bit. And why not just keep that damage buff going? So now he's full health, or close to it. I can't see his health. Yeah, he's full health. Okay. Down here, because of stealth, I'm not hitting anything. This makes me wish I hadn't used that Ember Drain, but oh well. So what's going to happen is he's going to attack, and then he's going to attack, and they're both dead. So it's really not his stealth is not getting drained very much here. I don't know if I have a good way to deal with that. Torching one of these guys seems sensible. If I put a train steward down, he'll attack this one, he'll attack that. It'll buy him an extra round, and then he has to attack him. So that does drain one extra stealth. And since I have mana and nothing else to spend it on, I might as well. He hits him, he hits him, he survives that. That is interesting. Then he attacks, then he hits him, he does not survive that, sadly, and there's no way to make him survive it, so I think we just end turn. Okay, this is where you're still taking 0 and everything's dying. And that's pretty bad for me because I need you to die. Well, I need this stealth to end. At the very least, I need stealth to end. Nothing I'm doing here is really helping that along. There's no room to put down any creatures, so all 3 of these are useless, so I just gotta let it play out. This this stealth unit really hurt, but this this is too good. That's awesome. I mean, I can't complain now that I've got. Did that actually make room? It did. Nice. Now that I got this. Yeah, that gorge. Oh, and then every time he hits, he's healing back the amount of damage he takes. That's juicy. And that lasts for a lot of turns there. Lasted the entire time. That's quite the combo. Although I am a little disappointed that in that relentless time, he's not summoning every round, or what would be, every round. Furnace Tap. What are you? Consume to apply 4 Rage and apply Multi-Strike 1, but it also applies 4 Ember Drain. That is kind of interesting. Like, the Ember Drain, don't get me wrong, horrible. But it gives Multi-Strike, which is a permanent buff. Return consumed morsel units to your hand. I don't know that I would want that, because that would just fill my hand with 0 cost crap. Let's see. Apply damage deal 2, rage 6, and ember drain. See, like that one less is less appealing to me because it doesn't give me a permanent buff. It gives me damage shield 2, which only lasts for 2 attacks, and then rage, which drains every turn as well. So I think this is honestly the best option. Whether or not it's one that I should go with, it's a good question. It's not bad. I could put that on my champion. I do find myself wanting to get rid of imps sometimes, so that's okay. But I mean, I only have 2 imps, right? Yeah. So I think I'll go with this, although it doesn't work with lifesteal. It's still something, and I think I want to go this route. As much as I have a lot of money and that's kind of nice and I could heal, I do think buffing some units is kind of where I'm at right now. Now, what can I afford to make one capacity larger? Because I'm not sure that there's a lot that I really want to make that much larger. This guy being like this strong kind of works. I could fit that on the same floor as one of these guys still, and so yeah, let's try that. Let's see. Like I would have put this on him. Maybe I'll put it on him so that he has a little extra survivability, because that's kind of his main deal is that I want him to survive. I could put this on them just so that they have some attack. Like they're already quite useful for what they do, but just to give them a little extra oomph in the when I first play them, seems like not a bad idea. I don't know what I would want to make endless, honestly. Like, yeah, I'm just not sure what would be. Like, I could make one of these endless, but I do find myself not really wanting them around sometimes, so I don't think that's too beneficial. I like this, because he's already got lots of health, and because of lifesteal, that's pretty solid. I like just making him a little bit stronger. And for this one, like maybe I should put it on him, but he usually goes at the back, and like because he doesn't have damage other than the rage, but that's not super long-lasting damage. Because they don't do damage, them having lots of health doesn't really mean much when they're at the back. I think I'll put it on this unit. It makes them a lot more useful for surviving as a tank. And I think that's good enough with these free removals. I do want to see this come down in cost. That's a given. Do I want to get rid of those train stewards now? I do find myself often like I've got enough units that I fill up my floors and I don't really have a space for them. So yeah, getting rid of those train stewards seems fine to me. Scourge, I don't love that because I do run into energy issues. So that kind of hurts, further hurts my energy. Oh, I already have the energy upgrade. I was thinking maybe I would get the energy upgrade, but I already have one. I might get a capacity upgrade. Cause like, yeah, I could fit these two on the same floor, but since I have this set up already, that might be the better option. Just do this right here. And do that so that I can fit a morsel in behind him. I'm going to take some pyre damage, but oh well. So now that the morsels are coming out, we don't really have space up here, unfortunately. That said, I'm going to do this to give him an immense amount of damage. And lifesteal. Let's not forget the lifesteal. What do we get here? Extra 3 HP. I'll take it. It heals him up. I kind of wish I could cast this guy up here, but I also kind of wish I could cast that, so that's a shame, but feeling all right. Yeah, have your snack. These guys deal enough damage that putting this guy out here doesn't make a lot of sense, because he's just gonna die. And that's the problem I'm running into a lot of the time here. Killing this unit makes more sense, because this guy's only gonna do 1 to my pyre. I like giving him multi-strike. I like giving him multi-strike quite a bit. I also like giving my guy multi-strike, because he hits a lot. Now I can't cast this one, which is a shame. I'll cast that. So I am taking pyre damage, and I am still running into a lot of situations where I have cards that I just can't really figure out a way to play them. Like, I have no mana, so I couldn't play them anyways. This one I could have played. This one I could have played. I could have even have fit him in there actually. So yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. Bad turn to lose all my ember. Oh, he doesn't have life drain. I really need to give him that. Even at the cost of ember, I think this is important. But I gotta make sure he survives, which I can do. Like this. And so now he's gonna heal up nicely. I am accepting a lot of pyre damage through these scourge effects though. That's really annoying. But I mean, I knew going into this that I was gonna have troubles with these scourge effects. This this deck is pretty weird. I'm probably misplaying some large parts of it. I think there's a lot of potential in here. If I could make this one larger, I can fit him in behind and that'd be really strong. But he's already doing a good number on them. I'll just get that out of my deck to save some pyre health. Oh, we're on the final wave here. Sadly, we couldn't make the capacity larger. You're doing 10 times 2. Oh, he's out of lifesteal. That's why. Dang it. Well, he's got lots of lifesteal, so I think we'll be okay on that floor. So to get the most out of this floor, I guess I just give him 10 armor, and then I'll cast that to keep the pyre damage down. Yeah, this floor is so strong. I love it. Okay, let's get rid of that. Let's do that. Should I increase the capacity? No. It wouldn't even give me anything. Why I do that? I don't know. Fun. This is just silly. I think this is kind of a win condition right here. Like, that could have kept going for a little while longer, I think, and we would have been fine. Double armor can be solid, especially on my one high armor unit. This I already know is quite good and it consumes, so I think I will add that. We do run into a lot of energy issues, but it is mostly due to our own ember drain. This will help me get things set up a little faster, I think. So I think it's worth the investment there. Would we rather upgrade units or spells? And I don't think we've actually upgraded any of our spells yet. Like, I'd like to make this cost a little bit less, because I think it can really do some good work for us. And I know I accept this Ember Drain, but holy moly, does that hurt. Same with these. But these life steals are the only way I have to heal my champion. That's what makes it scary. I could use the Pyre health, but I don't know what I need to upgrade for units. Like, you're fully upgraded, fully upgraded, fully upgraded. Can't be upgraded there. Fully upgraded. You're partially upgraded, and I don't even really care about what you offer beyond your abilities. So I think this might be the right path. The correct path, I should say. It is definitely the right path. Let's start here, see what we get. That's the blights. I don't think we want any of these. I mean, Pyre health would be nice, but if we found ourselves with Ember Blight, that Ember Drain, that could just get us hurt more. This could make our Morsels come out with an actual attack. That's kind of funny. I think we just skip this. I think that's the safest play. Let's see what we can upgrade. Remove consume, but at a cost. What's consumes? X -1. I can probably remove consume here, and then remove a cost from it. Does that work? No, I thought it would. I don't mind so much, but I thought it would actually work that way. This is what I wanted to remove a cost from anyways. And make it do 30 times 4. Yeah, that's pretty solid. Not sure if there's anything else I'd want to put it on other than maybe those horn breaks. We got enough money to keep this going. I think this is good. I think that's really good actually, because then I can really start extending my floors. I don't mind things costing 2 because they'll make other things cost 0, generally speaking. Um, hmm. That said, I don't know, maybe I do want these to only cost 1 because I'll have Ember Drain sometimes and I might have 1 energy, but only 1 energy. I don't mind that at all. Piercing the armor is quite nice. I could also do it on one of these and then remove the last 2. It's a tough choice, honestly. I'll make this one better. It removes it, but I'll make it better. And I do have a double remove coming up, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And I think I'm going to get rid of these. Although, I mean, I guess there are times when I might want to make my own morsels outside of these units, so maybe I won't get rid of them just yet. They might come in handy. These imps I could get rid of. They take up space that I might want for better purposes. Or I could get rid of these 2 torches. Oops. Okay. Hopefully that made our deck better. I think this is still the way to go, as much as I could make them gorge. Yeah, with that extra capacity, I can fit this size. And like he's quite tanky already, so hopefully he can keep himself alive. Spikes, hey? Do we have a lot of multi-strike? We have one ability to add multi-strike. This guy's got a lot of health, and he harvests to gain armor. Hey, these harvest triggers are pretty painful for my deck to deal with. Triggers on death, but it's his death, not on my death, so that's fine. Revenge, I remember what that does. So we're on the second to last fight here again. We've been here before and we took the deal and still lost by the end. We got a Merchant of Trinket coming up, so getting that extra coin will be really nice. I still feel like this deck is building towards something, which is a bit problematic considering it is literally the about to be over. He won't. How much are these spikes doing? 5. Yikes. So he will take 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and 38, 40 some damage. 58 damage, I mean to say. Holy moly. Yeah, we're gonna have to hit that guy with something good. That's not really saying much. Here's what I'm thinking we're gonna do. It's a bit of a shame, although I won't deny that the energy will be really nice. I need my... Yes, I need this unit. We're gonna make him immune to damage twice. He's still gonna die. Really, really unfortunate. Okay, we'll put a tank out in front of this guy at least. I have enough mana to do this. To put them both here. Increase the size of this. And throw a morsel in. Wow. Damage shield. Only one? I thought it was 2. You're not consume. Damage shield 1 and adds 2 uncommon. Oh, I see. Dang. It's not enough to keep him alive. We've got this floor going already though, and that's like as crazy as our champion is. This is kind of our win condition floor. If I cast this for 4, I think this becomes free. So, yeah. Okay, I was like, it was still showing 3 for a while there, but it worked. So this is an easy choice. Gets me a ton of mana that I can't use, but I won't complain about that. Here we go. That was a pretty solid turn. I think I can afford to give this guy multi-strike. It's gonna hit me with that Ember Drain on the next turn, but I can afford it. I'm gonna hit him with this, just to buff his health a little bit, since I already did his damage last round. Keep this guy's health or his shields going higher. I can't afford to play him, otherwise I would play him down here. Sure, why not? It's kind of ridiculous to me, but our champion is like irrelevant at this point. This is a waste because he's already got ridiculous life steal on him and he's going to keep it going. And I've already got Ember Drain, so I don't want to keep that going. Oh, this guy could die to spikes. Ah, frick, that moves him to the front. I totally wasn't even thinking about that. Shit. And this guy's in my hand, so I'm gonna have to wait for him to come back around before I can cast him at the back here. Okay. I think we will still be okay, although this is gonna be the boss final wave right now. Let's see what we got here. Hey, I don't mind that. Was that 0? Did I just cast that for 0 and get nothing for it? I very well might have. Oh, it was -1, so I do know that it was kind of bad. He's already dead. Huzzaba. This is actually potentially dangerous, so I should probably just stop touching anything and end the turn. Just because every time he gets hit, he gets stronger. So this is just an incredible synergy, and honestly wasn't even that hard to set up, so I'm thinking that might be a bit strong, but I'm okay with it right now. Apply damage shield 1 to all friendly units on the floor. Add 3 uncommon or rare morsel units to your hand. It's so expensive. Where are we going next? Are we going Merchant of Steel? Duplicate. Ooh, I think we're going this way. I kind of like this, although I kind of like this too. I kind of like this just to get some more survivability in our deck, and similarly, that's kind of nice. Because what I'm thinking of going and doing is duplicating this guy. Since we have 2 of these guys, I can set up that floor twice, conceivably. I know it kind of means I've got a bunch of extra units in my deck that aren't really doing anything for me, but I feel like that's a okay problem for me to kind of work with. Before I look at any buying any of those, I'm going to see what's available here. Friendly units gain +2 on kill. Friendly units enter with lifesteal 2. I kind of like this because it'll make our champion a little more survivable, which is honestly it's where I'm at right now. It was like, how do I get that damn champion to survive? How many consume cards do I have? 1, 2, 3, 3. So not enough to make this really worth picking up. What is he doing again? Is he sap? Yeah, he's gonna sap my units. I don't think that'll be too big a deal. This does kind of counteract sap a bit, so it's not a bad choice. But I don't think I really need like that little bit of damage. This, like I said, gives me survivability. Let's see what else we can get. Entering with Rage is okay. Extra stacks is good. I mean, these two work together to give me an extra 6 damage per unit, so I think I'll do that. And honestly, I kind of like, okay, well, these guys have Rage and Multi-Strike, so they're pretty strong. But I was like, maybe I should just remove some units from my deck since I'm kind of, my floor is already kind of spoken for in the form of these guys plus these guys, and then the champion on a single floor by himself. But maybe I do keep this around just in case. It just makes it harder to get to the cards that I want early. I don't know what I remove though. The cards are all pretty decent. Maybe I get rid of these. I finally get rid of these imps because they're not really doing much on their own. Is there anything worth upgrading? Yeah, I like putting a damage shield on these guys. And then I can do that just to make them a little healthier. 75 is enough. I could purge a card. If I'm going to purge a card, what card will I purge? I don't love having these around, honestly. Like one is okay. I don't think I want two though. The only time I want to cast that is on my champion to keep him healthy. But as I saw in the last fight, keeping my champion healthy isn't exactly my only win condition. So maybe not even my top priority. Okay. That's quite a bit of damage coming out on this floor. So to avoid insta-death, maybe I put my champion here. How much damage is it? 10, 20, 30, 40? Yeah, you're not attacking, so just 40 damage. Technically, he comes in with lifesteal too, so I think he would heal back fully. And I know I was just saying, oh, maybe I don't do that, but maybe I do that. Also, this should most likely get me a couple of kills. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now we got a good thing going here. I need to get this guy set up on this floor and save that for later. A little bit of damage to the boss is good. This is good. And maybe I start getting some capacity here. See what kind of morsel we can get. That'll heal him or, give him a little extra health. I'm not sure if I should play those cards. It's sort of ridiculous, but I'm like, are they good enough? And the answer might be no. What's that? Sap. Oh, okay. Okay, so I've got my. You're only taking 2 damage overall. I've got my floors set up now, and that's actually exceptionally strong. To be able to get those set up early, that feels really good. Oh, I don't have the energy. That's okay. He is taking a pretty big hit, but he's surviving, and that's the important bit. Okay. So that's a bit nasty, but with that life steal, he's coming back in full force. I just really need those units to survive long enough to get their full effects going, and I think that's happening, so that's very good news. With 4 mana, I want to give him that, which makes this all free, which is very nice. I could make a slot, like I could put double slots on this floor, and then I can fit a demon in behind here. That seems pretty solid. Killing this guy off is quite nice. I'm going to keep giving him damage shield just because he basically needs it to survive. If I can give him life steal, no. But I can give him +5, +3, so that's still pretty good. And might as well use these spaces for that while I can. So again, that's pretty close, but he's going to be fine. Those units are going to move up and hit my pyre, but it should be okay. Take a couple of hits, as long as it doesn't happen too many times. Okay. Huh. How many damage shields do you have? just one. You're gonna take 38 damage. I really need this unit to, I need that Ember Drain, this one, which costs 0, so I can Ember Drain this round and next round safely. So that's good. And this costs 2, so I can pretty safely just do this. And like now these are both available, so I think if I'm gonna put a demon on a floor, I should put the demons on this floor together just to really stack up this floor. This will help counteract the Ember Drain a little bit. And armor doesn't really work on him. I think armor is worth putting on him, even though... Oh, I was worried it was going to take off his shield, but it didn't, so that's actually good. So yeah, we come out alright here. Our damage is enough to kill one of those units at least. I'm a little bit concerned that our damage output isn't keeping up to these units' health. Okay. 1 energy. We want this. But I gotta make sure he survives, otherwise that was useless. He's taking 28. So yeah, this'll save his life. This does nothing for me with 0 mana. That's not gonna help. This guy's making it up, sadly. I do need those. Do I have one used? No, I haven't used either of those picks or rail spikes or whatever. So I need them to kind of buff up my damage on these guys. But also this is what I was... Oh, shoot. Zero energy. You're all dying. You're dying. You're surviving with a bit of health. How's this going? I'm taking another 20 damage to my pyre. Nothing I can do about it because I have no energy. The fact that my floors are surviving and getting stronger all the time is encouraging. The fact that the enemies are surviving every floor and making it up to my pyre to do damage is very discouraging. And the fact that I'm on the final wave is very concerning. Okay. So the plan was to build this floor up with with these to add some extra damage on that floor, and I really should have cast this first. I don't think I could have. Actually, now that I think about it, I think I'm Ember drained too much to have been able to do so. So I think this is fine. He's taking 500 damage, which is a good chunk of the health. I'm really hoping next turn I come up with some very solid cards. I can let this play out, and okay, we're dealing with 1600 health. How much damage? He's dead! We've done it! Yes! Okay, let's do literally nothing. Let this play out. So our first ever run as the Umbra clan, and we found a very strong setup with these 2 units working together. The lifesteal plus this unit making morsels every turn is just extremely strong. We took quite a bit of damage to our pyre, survived with only 19 health, but heck, we still did it. We won the run. A victory is a victory, baby. All right. Now shower me with praise. Yes. 32,000 score. A bunch of mastered gold cards. Hell yeah. Add a morsel miner to your hand. What do they do? Eater gains +5/+5. That's pretty good. This guy costs 2 though. Or the spell. Shade Lamp. The first time each turn an enemy unit dies, add 2 morsel units to hand. Interesting. I don't know how many morsel units you really want to have in hand, but it's interesting to send friendly and enemy units on this floor. Wow, that is neat. That's really good. And then at the start of turn, add a common or uncommon morsel unit to hand. Win streak back up to 1, baby! Woo! Oh yeah. Getting those pure dopamine hits. Still feeling a little bit of the burn on those defeats, but this really helps make me feel a little bit better about it. All right, thanks for checking me out, everybody, and we'll see you in the next one.